in the teaching of last week, I explained this in respect to H2, how it behaves with magnets, and how if you allow it with one material, you can convert into any sequences. This is what I taught last week. A lot of people wondered how it's done, how it can be done. And in reality, if you look, I was teaching this to some knowledge seekers yesterday. And in so many ways, what you need to understand is you created the H2, you created, where are you, boy? You created the hydrogen. Then you created D2. Then you created H3. So this is your hydrogen. This is your H2. And this is your H3. So as you see, to have a H2 from H3, you need to lose something. To have a hydrogen from H2, you need to lose something. But if you add to H, you can get a H2, and if you add enough to H2, you can get H3. So if you have one of these elements, you can make the others. But how do you do it? In the teaching of last week, I explained, and some people could not understand, and they just took the knowledge in a different way. If you look at it, I explained to you very simply. If you get a magnet, north and south, and then you allow the H2, which is usually black in the color, or gray, depends how you made it, what happens? What is happening? Go back to the teaching of the medical application. The energy travels. When the energy travels, in its way, if it is done the right way, can take energy with it. But I can bring energy too. But because of its communication and conversion and losses to its environment, you can change this to hydrogen because you take energy out of it. But if you go back into putting two north poles together, what does the north pole do? It pushes energy too. So now there is massive amount of energy inside, within the H2, which absorbs energy, available energy, which is in the plasmatic condition. So what happens? This adds energy to H2. It gives you H3. So you see the color of the black of H2 changes into orange of H3. But you can do the reverse. If you put the same south and south together, and then you put your H2 inside, you deplete, because what does the south do? The energy is depleting. It has to be taken from where H2 is. So it gives you H. So in so many ways, you can create a condition. And then if you understand this, when you have a H2, H3, or a H, in them trying to create balance, they create a dynamic plasma.